In our first story, police investigators unraveling the case of the 3 girls who went missing in Takoradi last year have discovered another set of remains. A tweet on the Ghana Police Service Twitter handle said the 4 sets of human remains were found in a well at Nkrofo news site in Takoradi. And the tweet read, police investigators today, August 6, 2019, discovered a 4th set of human remains in a well at Nkrofo news site at Takoradi. The remains were discovered at an uncompleted building where Samuel Udotuk Wales was rearrested in connection with missing persons and later convicted for unlawful escape. Investigations, according to the tweet, are underway to establish the identity of the remains while police continue with all angles of the ongoing investigation. This latest discovery comes on the back of Friday's discovery in a septic tank at Kansarodo, also in Takoradi. Meanwhile, members of the 3 missing Takoradi girls are appealing to civil society organizations and some prominent Ghanaians to put pressure on the police to help find them. Speaking on behalf of the families at a news conference that was convened here in Accra, brother of one of the girls, Michael Labi Kranche, stated they are optimistic the girls are still alive despite the discovery of human remains at the residence of the main suspect.
Now we feel the police needs to be pressured in order for them to act swiftly. They are working. We know they are working. They are doing what they can. But I think there is more effort. There is more to be done. So if the past presidents and civil society organizations put themselves in the matter, I think it would ginger the police to speed up their work. We are optimistic of seeing our girls alive and safe, as said early on by the National Security Minister, the Interior Minister, and the CID boss. We are once again calling on past presidents, the First Lady, and the Network for Women Rights in Ghana, Child Rights International, and all civil society organizations to intervene for us. The second issue we would want to address is about information given by the families, by the police, concerning the exhumation of human remains in a septic tank at the residence of Samuel Udotuk Wales, one of the suspects. We, the families, want to ask the police some questions and to spell out our reasons why we don't want to avail ourselves for a DNA test. Our first question is, if the police claim they found human remains and that could possibly be the remains of our lovely girls, what becomes of the statement by the CID boss, the National Security Minister, and the Interior Minister that the girls are alive and safe? Is the police trying to bring down the credibility of the above mentioned? 2, can the police tell us they made no search initially when Samuel Wales was arrested? 3, we will again want to ask, who would testify that the said remains were exhumed from the said septic tank, since all the civilians were driven away from the scene? Can the police come clear on why Mr. Peter Oforidonko, the former DSP in Takoradi, and Mr. Metepe were transferred, since they know the depth of the matter? Finally, we are asking why the police is distorting information concerning the whereabouts of our girls. We are thus asking for an independent body to run a forensic test, if any.
Already, President of Concerned Mothers Association of Takoradi, Josephine Amo, says the police acted unprofessionally by not conducting a proper search of the residence of the prime suspect when he was first arrested.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we do not believe that the body part retrieved from the residence of the main suspect belongs to our Takoradi missing girls. If they were, then we want to say that our police and the national security have not acted professionally. Elsewhere, the so-called septic tank will be searched right from the first day when the main suspect was arrested. We want it to be on record that we believe the security of every individual in Ghanaian is in danger. We have said before, and we will want to state again that today, it is our daughters of Sekondi Takoradi missing. Tomorrow, it will be somebody in Kumasi, Tamale, Accra, even Bolga. If it takes the security agencies almost a year to rescue our girls, then everybody's life is in danger. If we all do not speak out and register our displeasure about the way our security agencies have handled the matter, tomorrow it could be you or me.
Well, away from all these, the family of murdered Tiger IPI investigator Ahmed Hussein Swale say they are worried about the lack of information from the police on the status of investigations regarding his murder. They are demanding the speedy arrest and prosecution of culprits, if any. Maxwell Agbagba has been following up on the status of investigations with the family of the murdered private investigator as part of our Defend Media Freedom campaign.
Hundreds of people are gathered at the Medina cemetery. Some young men here are busily digging soil onto the remains of Ahmed Hussein Swale. His closest confidant, Anas Ayemaya Anas, is also here. One of the Islamic clerics who officiated the burial ceremony cannot hold back his tears as he says the last prayers for the deceased. It has been 6 months since Ahmed Hussein Swale was killed some meters away from his family house in Medina. I am back at the place where he normally sits with his friends to chat. I've met his brother, Ibrahim Kamilu Tahidu. He says there's a communication gap between the police and the family now.
The gap between the family and the police keep widening by the day. No communication flow. Sometimes trying to get the police to get some information is difficult. Though from time to time they'll call you, they have picked up somebody coming for identification, and that ends it.
He says justice must be served to protect media freedom as he talked about how Ahmed Swale started receiving threats after his cover was blown.
One thing is for sure, that what has happened, justice must quickly follow. And this is totally sitting on the right of journalism. Indirectly, we are killing journalism in our country. If you are being killed for just doing your job and no action is being taken, how will others feel doing the same job?
I've met another family member who wants to remain anonymous. Ahmed Swale was responding to his call when he was killed. He became a subject of interest for police investigations.
Yeah, I called him for him to come so that we could take the child to the hospital. So he was responding to my call while the incidents happened. I was the last person he could talk to through phone call. We have waited for long. We didn't know that it would have been taking time like this. But anytime you try to talk to them or you go there, they are giving you stories upon stories. The investigation are still going on.
Anas Ayemaya Anas described the killing as an attack against journalists and not an individual.
This is not about the Tiger Eye person. The life of an investigative journalist has come to an end. It could happen to any other journalist in this country. And that's why I kept on saying that this whole fight is against journalism and not personalities or organizations. Not just Ghana, everywhere. Sometimes when you have a right and you feel you have arrived and you don't do anything to protect that right, they take it back from you. And as journalists, we should keep pushing the frontiers of free press.
Behind this giant green gate here at the Medina cemetery lies the remains of Ahmed Hussein Swale. Days after he was killed, the then Inspector General of Police, David Asante Pietu, announced a 30,000 reward for anyone who could help find the killers. But many months after, the killers are yet to be found. JoyNews is yet to get a response from the Ghana Police Service after we contacted them for an update on investigations and other claims made by the family.
Now let's take you to the Upper East region, and residents and chiefs of Bempela border community in the Upper East region are warning what has now become a daily confusion over where Ghana's boundary ends with neighboring Togo and Burkina Faso in communities dotted at the borders, which also could escalate into a full-blown conflict. They want authorities to intervene immediately. Beyond their fears entrenched by the inability of authorities in all three countries to clearly demarcate the boundaries, the situation is also affecting efficiency by Ghanaian border control officials along the areas. Well, as part of our Puron's border series, Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin is reporting that signs are rife that solving the problem at Bempela and border communities with similar problems may require international intervention.
Wedana, one of the border communities in the Pusiga district of the Upper East region. At least 15 fuel stations usher visitors on a stretch of road that takes less than 10 minutes to cover, leading to the town center. It is unclear why such a number of fuel stations in a town with a population of only about 8,000. Many people who live here say it is because the town shares borders with Burkina Faso and Togo. On first visit here on June 15, 2019, it was a busy day as locals made trips across the entry points. Wedana stretches over Burkina Faso, Ghana and Togo. The huge number of visitors offers hope to many residents for business. Just a few meters away from Wedana is a community known as Bempela, in which the white water flows through. This is one of the many porous entry points in the Wedana area. On our arrival at about 11 a.m. Saturday, June 15, we saw many young guys smuggling goods out of Ghana through the white water. Security personnel are hardly stationed here permanently to check what goes out and what comes in. Just when we were about to leave, these immigration officers on special duty from Accra, our camera captured the personnel seizing goods from the illegal traders from neighboring country Burkina Faso. Mahmoud Mohammed Nuruddin for JoyNews.
And down south to the OT region, the Municipal Health Director for Karachi. Well, that'll be it for now. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.